You gotta just eat like a rabbit if you want to be healthy, I guess. Because there's no fucking easy way of just being on a diet without somebody being like, no, that's actually the wrong way to do it. And you just if you cook broccoli in the oven, they're like, oh, you just cooked all the nutrients out of it.
Yeah.
Now you're just, it's like, what am I eating? Chocolate now?
Yeah. Right.
What? Did this turn into chocolate in the oven?
Yeah, well, you didn't blanch them before, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
I think I'm going to put in 3 hours into broccoli and this be sustainable.
You're supposed, yeah, and you can't, I don't know what to do. Just eat raw broccoli?
Yes.
And ruin my salmon
Yes.
that I cooked with this?
Yes.
So I'm eating a nice,
Now, I didn't know this.
garlic buttered salmon, and then I just have. I'm just eating dry broccoli.
Well, that's where you're wrong, because I found out what you're actually supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Now, it's in the order in which you eat your food.
You're kidding me.
I'm not even fucking with you right now.
This isn't a fuck with?
There's this French chick, and she's like, guys, you got it all wrong. You have to eat your vegetables, and then your protein, and then your carbohydrates. And then
Why?
if you have sugar, which you should never, including fruit, or including
fruit.
including an apple.
Including an apple.
For 30 years of my life, I thought apples were fine. Nope.
Nope.
And now
That's
you
a
have to
that's
do
a
it in that
candy bar.
specific order.
That's God's candy bar.
But who's gonna? I understand eating a salad before a meal. That makes sense to me. But then the protein and carbohydrates. You mean if I get salmon and rice, I'm supposed to eat all the salmon, and then to finish that meal,
Yeah.
just to
Soak up the taste that's in your mouth.
Yeah.
Soak up that delicious aftertaste.
with rice, just rice.
Just white rice.
Just
bland
white rice.
White rice.
You can't eat. You can't. God forbid you put a little salmon and a little rice on the fork.
Because then
Nope.
you're fat.
You're fat
Then
if you
you're
do
1,000
that.
pounds and you're a TLC show.
Oh, you ate an apple?
over.
Actually, you're diabetic.
We're gonna have to amputate your fucking foot
Yeah.
immediately.
The doctor comes in. When did you eat that apple? Wait, you went apple salmon?
2 apples. You went apple. Yeah, you ate. You went apple salmon. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, it's insane.
Call the nurse.
Hold him down. Hold him down. No. You shouldn't have eaten that fucking apple. They just take out a giant
No, I
needle.
ate the salmon first. I ate the salmon first.
We watched you. We know.
We know.
We know what you did.
We know an apple order eater.
It's like one of those interrogation videos where they like put you in
Shut
a
the
room.
fuck up. I see, and then someone else comes in. Oh, it's okay if you ate the apple.
Good doctor, bad
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah, exactly. Who doesn't have an apple sometimes before their salmon?
Yeah. Hey,
You can tell me.
I've had an apple before salmon. You have?
No.
Calm down.
Yeah, now the order is important. It's like, it seems like every day there's a new thing that like negates the thing before it.
Negates.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's dieting is the worst thing.
It's when a black person disagrees with someone.
Is Bill Gates? It's when Bill Gates is black. Negates.
Stop.
It's just the first 3 letters of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yeah, it really does though. Like anything in the past, it's like they give you this cultural trend of like, okay, like I remember everyone I grew up thinking fruit was like a big part of the diet.
Yeah.
And now it's like if you're eating fruit, it's like basically eating candy bars.
Legitimately, yeah. I used to eat a whole half of watermelon for like dinner. That was like when I was on a diet, I would cut a watermelon in half and I would just like it was a bowl. I would just take just eating a fucking watermelon and I would finish the whole half of watermelon and be like, I'm healthy. But little did I know I might as well have just been drinking a cup of sugar
Yeah.
because
That's the equivalent nowadays.
yeah.
But I think like also there's a certain point where it's like, hey buddy, if I'm eating fruit, me eating fruit didn't get me here.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, no, Dylan ate 250,000 apples. You know?
Yeah.
That's not why I'm like fat and an alcoholic and depressed. You know, that's not why I have depressive episodes.
Yeah.
It's because I, ate. Oh, he went too much on the apples.
He ate his rice before salmon.
Dylan, you really fell off the wagon. No, it was
just a wagon of apples.
Denny's and
you
whiskey.
Out a pile of apples.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
What did I do?
We got to give Dylan an intervention.
Yeah.
He's a fat fuck. He's eating apples every day.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do we do now?
I think realistically, you just work out 2 hours a day and then you're fine.
Yeah.
Because people who work out all the time, they eat like trash. They literally eat like raccoons and then they look hot as shit.
I look at people
every day.
I look at people and I think, what are we doing differently?
Yeah.
You and I. Like, you look at a hot person, but then sometimes I'll see it. Like, I went to Chili's recently, and the amount that people order is so much different than the amount I order.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about yesterday? When I went with you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a special circumstance, but
it was a special circumstance. Yeah, I got a soup and a burger, and I felt good about that.
Yeah. You did good, kid.
And then Maddie and Colin, who are very attractive people, probably our most attractive friends.
Right.
Just you see them and they're eye candy.
And they're a couple now. So it's just two hotties found each other.
When I slept over the other night, in the morning, I just kept barging in the room, hoping they were having sex. Oh, sorry. I thought this was the bathroom.
Did I leave my phone charger behind your bed?
Oh, sorry, my mom's here. I'm trying to look for my mom. They're very attractive, and they ordered like trash.
They ate like shit.
They ate like fucking shit. They ate worse than both of us. Well, maybe not you. You were going ham.
I was going ham.
But you took leftovers, which is
big
with
of
what
me.
you ordered. I knew you were taking leftovers though.
Yeah,
I've ordered that same dish.
Well, it's like I just get excited in the moment, you know.
Well, you order and you go, I'm gonna fucking. I've ordered that and been like, give me a side as well, or give me an appetizer.
Yeah,
I've gotten like Southwest egg rolls before that, and then been like, is it enough?
Yeah,
you know that feel. That's the worst feeling when you order way too much because you're like, well, if it's not enough,
then I'm gonna freak out.
And then you take like 4 bites and you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm already there. I'm already full.
Oh God,
my fat brain. Nobody talks about. People say like thinking with your dick is dangerous. Thinking with your stomach. Now that's a problem. I would never bite a man's neck out thinking with my dick, but I would. If I was thinking with my stomach, I might eat a man.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think you could eat a human if you're trapped in the woods?
Definitely. I'd be quick to do it.
Well, now I'm not going to the woods with you.
I'd be quick to do it. Like they wouldn't even have like, they would be. Yeah, we wouldn't even know where we are if a plane crashed and we were like 40 yards away from the airport. Like there's sirens coming. They're like on the way. I'd be like, I have to eat you. I'd turn to a kid and go, I have to eat you.
Because you realistically would taste better than that grandmother over there.
Right. And all the
who's already dead.
Yeah, just some little kid who's like, what? I have to eat you.
I'm sorry.
I must, and I'm going to start with your legs, and I'm going to keep you alive.
Dude, I'm terrified of going to the woods. Like, or like, not the woods, but like crashing an airplane in the woods like that soccer team. Because I think...
Like that soccer team? Who's the soccer team?
Some Argentinian soccer team back in the day crashed into a mountain and ate each other.
Oh, really?
I think they ate the dead ones.
Right.
Who died on impact, which isn't such a bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, but my thing is like, if I remember in that scenario, I feel like I'm the first to go. Because they go, ooh, we could kill one guy and it'd feed all of us. And then they could use my fat to like fuel a fire for a year.
Just make straight up candles out of your fat.
Yeah, dude.
You'd be the hungriest too.
Yeah.
So we would have to feed you more.
No, well, that's where you're wrong. Because I saw this Instagram reel of this guy is like back in the day, but he maybe like the 30s or 40s, but he was super fucking fat. And they were just trying to like, the doctors were just trying to like do an experiment to find out. So they're like, how about you just not eat? And he just didn't eat anything at all. And he lost all the weight and it took like a year and a half.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't eat for a year and a half?
It was something like that. It's something
That's
crazy.
like impossible.
No, no. Apparently, it's not. Apparently, like literally, your stored fat, your body will start to use.
Right. Yes.
So, like, realistically, if we crash into the mountains, I could survive.
Start a fast.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna start a water fast now. Just.
Well, water's the one you need, but food, I would be good for at least 10 months.
Yeah, I was watching this thing. This is why I did that 3-day fast recently. Is because I was watching an interview where a guy said he was on month 7 of a water fast.
What does that mean?
You only drink water. You don't eat.
How fat was he?
He was ripped. He was in shape. He was amazingly in shape.
How?
I don't know. He doesn't eat. He just drinks water and he just works out. And he was like, but he was literally saying like, you don't need food. He was like, that's the biggest misconception in society is that you need food.
I don't know, dude.
Well, they're the ones who, I don't know who the fuck was saying this, but they taught me that that's that feeling when you're like, I'm starving. That is that's your stomach wanting dopamine. It's not you actually being hungry. It's you wanting that hit of fucking chicken tenders hitting your mouth, your taste buds, and fueling your fucking dopamine levels.
I don't know, man. That would bug me out.
After that, I did the 3-day fast, and I lost 18 pounds in 3 days, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I legitimately dropped 18 pounds, and I think I've gained it back plus some.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes. But, yeah, I lost 18 pounds in 3 days, and I was like, Jesus, fuck. Am I just holding on to like 50 pounds? Like a daily pack on of 50 pounds? Because 18 pounds in 3 days is nuts.
That is pretty wild. Do you think you'd ever do the fast again?
I almost thought about doing it tomorrow. Starting it again tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. Because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is the easiest days to do it.
Why don't you try intermittent fasting?
I pretty much do that. You mean like not eating or just eating once a day and then not eating for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
What time of the day would you do it?
I don't know.
Right.
But
well, they were
that's
saying,
what people say.
They were also saying like breakfast is literally break fast.
Yeah.
So they were like, that's why you shouldn't, like breakfast shouldn't be a concept.
I've been not eating breakfast. I haven't eaten today yet.
I never eat breakfast.
Yeah.
This is why I was late today. I made a breakfast burrito for Heather.
Wow.
Just a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito.
That sounds excellent.
Fucking bomb. It was actually dope as shit. I took 2 bites of it. I made her one.
With 2 bites out of it?
Well, it was huge. I'm so bad at fucking quantity control.
I think that's our deal is maybe portion control.
Oh man.
I know I'm that way.
When I made that Italian meal the other
Oh
week,
yeah.
I made like fucking 50 meatballs and 8 sausages, and I bought 2 bags of pasta, and I made a fucking sauce that lasted like it's still there today. I don't know.
Dude, we got to talk about this, man. You and I have a big disagreement. A big one.
On what?
On food preservation.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, all right. So I went over to your house.
Mm-hmm.
I forget when this was.
And I had made a sauce with meatballs and sausages.
Yeah. And it had been out from the night before.
Yeah, which is fine. I have a 2-day rule.
No, but I'm saying you didn't refrigerate it.
No, I left it in the pot on the stovetop.
How do you not think that's wrong?
How could it be wrong? It's in a pot. What's going to happen to it?
So much. So much.
No, you fucking reheat it the next day, and then it's good for the day again, and then you reheat it one more time, and then that's it. After that, you got to cut off.
No, that's like way not true.
My immune system's pretty strong.
I guess.
My immune system's pretty fucking good. I don't know.
Maybe because you've been like slowly poisoning yourself for decades.
Right. Well, it's like anti-venom. You got to put in venom to be immune to venom.
I think you're so off. Dude, it's meat and tomatoes. Those are like 2 very bacteria growing things.
Ooh, refrigerators weren't around with cavemen, and they made it.
But you have a refrigerator. It's not even like...
Yeah, what is, maybe the refrigerator is shooting toxins in it That makes it worse for you.
No, because science has proved otherwise.
I don't think leaving it in a it's a Dutch oven, which is
a pot with a lid.
Which is a pot with a lid. But it's a big thick pot, and yeah, I think it preserves. So say it's Wednesday night. I make this meal at 8 p.m. at night on Wednesday. And then I leave it on a simmer for the rest of the night. And then in the morning, I shut the simmer off. I go to work, whatever. I come back home. Say it's 7 o'clock.
You're simmering stuff for 10 hours?
No, I shut it off. I don't know why I said that. So I cook it. So then the next day, it's about 24 hours later. I made this at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. Okay. So now it's Thursday, 8 p.m.
So the sauce and meat has been at room temperature for 24 hours.
Yes. And in that moment, you reheat it. And for like 30 minutes, you know, and then you eat it.
Would you go to a restaurant that did that?
That's different.
How?
I think I would go to a restaurant that did that. I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Well, they're controlled by the fucking FDA and all these guidelines that are like, you have to throw it away the second it's not warm anymore. I've worked in kitchens for like 10 years, and all of them were very much like, throw it away the second it fucking isn't warm anymore.
Yeah, there's procedures in place.
But that's ridiculous. They make you throw out stuff 2 days before it expires because they want to be so ahead of it that it's like, I've worked in restaurants where they're like, yeah, we have to throw all of this away because it expires tomorrow. And I go, I'll take it. And then I go home and I make a dope meal with it.
Yeah, but that's still before the expiry.
Right. But I did it with the soup. I did it with soup too. I leave the soup out. Chicken noodle soup. And it was a good soup. And you didn't want it because it sat out for a day. Maybe I'm wrong.
You're so wrong. I hope someone who's listening to this chimes in.
Well, what's the worst thing that could happen? Is it makes me shit?
I mean, just like violently shit.
Sure. If that's the worst case scenario, then
food poisoning.
So
but that's the thing, is like food poisoning seems pretty preventable.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm just lazy, and I go, well, why would I put it in the fridge? Because then I'm going to have to take it out again tomorrow when I want it. I could just leave it in the oven. I mean, I could just leave it on the stovetop and eat it tomorrow. I think realistically,
we had an actual fight about this.
Because I was mad you wouldn't eat my fucking meatballs, and they were good meatballs.
Yeah, because it'd been meat that was out for a day and a half.
Confined in a Dutch oven.
A Dutch oven, it's not even like one of those ones that have like the plastic seal so it like vacuums it. It's just a loose lid, a loose metal lid.
Strong loose metal lid.
I was so pissed that you were pissed.
You wouldn't eat my balls, dude.
I couldn't. Your balls were bad.
My balls were good. Would you suck the balls and dick of a guy who hasn't showered for 2 days?
How powerful is he?
Is he gonna force fuck you?
No.
How powerful is he?
No.
What do you mean? Like, is he a grub? Like, is he a gross guy?
Yeah, like, is he gross? Is he like
He's a bodyguard.
Do I get something out of this?
No, it's just, I mean, it's a glorious cock and balls. It's as glorious of a cock and balls as my meatballs were good. Because if you would suck his dick, then it's crazy you wouldn't eat my meatballs. Because it's the same situation.
It's not.
It's the same situation.
It's so not.
I think it is. But if a girl hadn't showered for 3 days, I would not even look at her vagina. I would yell at her. I would say, go take a fucking bath salt bath and a face mask and do everything. You disgusting whore.
What is it like? What is it like? What is it like eating a pussy that's like? What's the gross?
Oh, I'm literally gonna throw up. I
was just thinking about a time too. Oh man,
there was this girl Loretta I used to date who, she was a bro. I think I've told the story on this podcast before about how she was just a bro.
Yeah,
like she was very much like, bro, pull my finger, bro. Yo, suck my dick, fag. Like she was a man, and but she held it together for 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks was the honeymoon phase where she was a proper girl. And then when we got comfortable, she was like, yo, finally I can let my fucking hair down and my balls sway. Oh my God. N-word, what up? What up, foo? And I was like, Jesus Christ. But she had pubes that were like an inch long. And she had bush. And women who have bush are the grossest women in the world, and they're the most obnoxious. And they think they're like empowered. But I think they're just lazy and gross. They think they're empowered because they're like, I'm a fucking woman. I don't shave my pubes for nobody. It's like,
well, that's just disgusting.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. But this girl, Loretta, had pubes that were so long that I was going down on her one time and I gagged on the pubes.
Oh.
And I literally got up and I screamed at her to go to the bathroom. I was like, if you want me to actually do this, if you want me to finish, go to the fucking bathroom and shave right now. This is disgusting. I won't stand for this.
And how'd she react?
She went to the bathroom and shaved. Well, I think it was a nice it was like a, you know, it was a daddy dom situation.
Okay.
It was one of those like me being like, get to the like clean your room. Girls like that shit. Clean your pussy up if you want me to eat it. Yeah. And she was like, all right.
And file your taxes.
But then I went and I went down on her after she had shaved, and I was like, that's just not the same. I just can't get it out of my head that I gagged on your pubes. Man. Legitimately, like going down on her and then going like a full, like red face, like a dry heaving cat.
Yeah, dude. I remember this one time I sucked this dude's dick in California, and I like, went down on him, and he was, I just couldn't take it. And
the smell?
And then dude, it's still just fucking, I immediately stopped and I was like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Did you start or did you just put your head down and then go, oh my God?
It was heat of the moment and then I was, oh man.
Oh.
It was the most like, I was just like, I was so pissed. And I think he interpreted it as like, oh, I got a huge cock. I was like, no.
you gagged on him?
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah.
And I was like, no, dude, shower.
So funny.
Shower, dude.
Was he like a beach bum?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
He's just a homeless guy.
This is a homeless guy under a bridge.
Sucking a homeless guy off and under a bridge.
What the fuck, man? You're disgusting.
Oh, you smell bad? What the hell?
Oh no, man. No, he really threw me off because he was like really hot, really, really hot guy, like out of my league completely.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, and then I, heat of the moment. But then I stopped and pissed me off so much because I was like, oh, you're actually not hot.
Right.
You're actually gross.
You're a garbage bag.
Yeah.
You're a smelly dick freak.
Yeah. And he was all like, oh, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? You knew?
You knew? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, whose dick doesn't smell?
Rough.
That sucks.
Yeah, when people, you gotta maintain some sort of,
balance.
Clip it up. Do what you need to do.
Have some respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that one guy that I met with a micro dick? No. Like legitimately. It was this like huge like bodybuilder guy. Like he was just like shredded, jacked. And I felt so bad because he like pulled out his dick and it was like cartoonishly, because also he was massive. Like he was probably like,
he was a G.I. Joe.
He was a good like 250, but like, but like built, you know, like a shredded 250, and he was like 6'4" or 6'5".
And he just confidently pulled out this.
No, well, here's the thing. I felt bad. I saw it. I was like, oh, let's make out. And then I was like, hey, I don't think it's gonna work.
Oh,
I know. I felt so bad, but I couldn't.
just licked it.
I know. I felt so bad because the way he pulled up his pants was as if he had done that 1,000 times before. Like he's heard that line.
Right.
You know, like
he went, yep.
Yeah.
Heard that before. Ben had done that.
I felt so bad, man. But
you said it's not gonna work? Give me a representation of this dick. Like a penny?
Dude, like
like a fingernail.
Like that.
Was he hard?
I think so. I think so, man.
That's fucking, you know.
That's got to be a real hard life.
I've thought of those people. I've seen the porns. I've seen one porn specifically where it's a big fat guy and he has that dick. And he gets, like, he's in a tub. The porn is he's in a tub and then some hot, beautiful hot girl is like, do you want to come fuck me? And he's like, yeah, totally. And he stands up and she starts laughing and she goes, you call that a dick? You fucking fat faggot? You call that a dick? And then she just bullies him while he stands there. And she bullies him for like 10 minutes. And I've always thought like, oh, that's what that guy...
What porn is this?
I don't know. It was in the funny category of Pornhub, I think. Or I think I just looked up micropenis because my brother Mark told me about micropenises. And I was like, no way that exists. And then we were looking it up.
Oh, man.
And it was like one of the first things that popped up. Because I had no idea that could happen.
That's got to be like a rough hire.
Well,
hey, we got you for a project.
Like a... Yeah. Hey, I was thinking about you. I was thinking about you when I wrote this part. Oh, perfect. I haven't gotten work in Hollywood in like 3 years. Oh, no, this isn't Hollywood.
It's porn. Well, is the chick hot? Yeah, she's gorgeous. Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Well, you know, just come in. We'll do a table
it's
read.
It's all improv.
You think they do a table read for porn? And then Mike gets out of the tub with his micro penis. What? Wait, what? The hot girl begins to berate him. You call that a dick, you fat faggot? Wait, what? Why is this on? What?
Do I get to fuck her after? No.
No.
You go back in the tub.
You get back in the tub and you cry.
Yeah.
And then we film another 10 minutes of you crying while she continues to laugh.
The good news is people jerk off to it, though.
Right. It had views. Or people watch it and they laugh. That's what I did. I watched it and I went, I think I didn't laugh. I think it's pretty impossible to laugh in a situation like that.
It's a really devastating thing, actually. Like, I wonder if the micro penis community, like, like, I'd imagine that'd be a pretty hard life.
100%. Yeah.
And I can only imagine because I've got such a huge cock.
Well, we have such ginormous.
No, I don't have a huge cock, but I've struck average, and that makes me, or maybe even below average. I don't know. You'll have to ask. But like, you know, I go left. How do you go? Do you have curvature? I go like I lean left.
Yes. When I'm hard, I lean left.
Like Kennedy. Just a little left. Little less center. I don't know.
No, yeah. When I'm hard, I lean left. When I'm soft, it looks like a Lego head. It looks like the head of a Lego sticking out of my
soft
body.
peen is so
Soft peen.
weird.
It's insane. One time I was having sex with a girl in Rhode Island in the backseat of my car behind a middle school. I didn't like the location, but she picked it. But I was having sex with her, and it was good sex. It was nice. And then we stopped, and she was like, do you want to go again? And I was like, yeah, give me a minute. So we were just sitting there, and I had my arm around her, and my dick shrinked back into itself. And she literally was like, I think she was like doing something, and then she looked up at my dick and went, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" She was like, "Holy shit!" And she was like, "You know, I've heard of a grower, not a shower. I've never seen it." And I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Wow.
It was that bad. And I just had to be like, ha yeah. And then I immediately was like, get hard again.
Which is so hard to get hard again when you're like
After being laughed at.
What a weird penis.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad times.
You know, sad times.
Soft peen.
It's devastated many a men.
It's devastating. Morning.
Is there such thing as soft vag?
No, I don't think so. But vaginas are so fucking disgusting that what woman could critique a penis when they have a fucking slop mop between their fucking thighs?
A slop mop.
A slop mop. Fuck women and their disgusting melted pussies. I thought about that story and it made me so mad. I should have turned to her and went, "You're fucking ugly and fat." It would have ruined her life. "You're ugly and fat and fucking a grown man behind a middle school, you whore."
Yeah, then you really have the power back.
Yeah. No, soft peeing sucks.
What is a vagina like, actually?
It's like if you put your dick in a grilled cheese that happened to be made of skin.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty good sales pitch right there.
Wow.
That was like John Bernthal in Wolf of Wall Street. Sell me this pen. It's kind of like a grilled cheese. It's like sticking your cock in a grilled cheese that's made of skin. Now that's a salesman right there.
You see this pen? You see this vagina? Sell me this pussy.
Sell me this pussy.
So, what's the difference between good pussy and bad pussy?
I don't think there's a difference in feel, unless
Because that's what you're in it for, right?
yeah, and a pussy is different than an asshole.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I hate fucking a girl in the ass because assholes are so much tighter that my dick loses like feeling. Like every time I've fucked a girl in the ass, it seems so tight that like I can't feel my dick anymore. And it just seems like it's for her at that point.
Yeah, which what a shame.
Oh shit. Yeah, what if God didn't create you to enjoy this?
They got G-spots in the booty. Everyone does.
Oh, right. Everyone's got a G-spot in the ass. Yeah. Yeah, so I think a vagina is like perfectly loose.
Perfectly loose.
Perfectly loose.
Okay, here, maybe this will be easier. What constitutes a bad vagina?
See, yeah, that's what I don't know. The smell and hair, the amount of hair.
But is smell something that they can control? It's something with like pH level or something?
Yeah, it's really hard. They have to take like apple cider vinegar baths and shit. They have to like really work on it. It is like an impossible. You have to watch what you eat. That's a benefit of having a dick, is you don't have to like.
In the same way that cum tastes better or worse because of your diet. Is that the same
thing? Is that
thing?
actually true?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I'm sure like eating pineapple makes your. Ooh, garlic. If a girl, I can tell when a girl's eating garlic by eating her
Really?
pussy. Oh yeah, garlic comes.
You can
out
taste garlic in
100%. Garlic comes out of the pussy hardcore.
Man.
If I make Italian a lot and I put a lot of garlic, so I have gone.
Ladies,
down on
good way to tell if your boyfriend's a vampire.
Yeah. You're going down on a girl and your fucking jaw just starts melting. No,
I knew it.
No!
I knew it.
But she's on her period, so he's in a fucking conundrum.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. What? You have garlic blood.
Garlic actually seeps out. Like
garlic 100% seeps out.
Wow.
And I looked it up because I had noticed it for so long that I Googled it. Like, does garlic come out of the vagina? And it was like, yeah, 100%.
Wow, that's fascinating.
It's like a real fact, yeah.
You ever eaten out a chick who had asparagus?
Yeah, but that's pee. That doesn't come out of the...
Doesn't transfer over?
Mm-mm. That's just piss. Which...
But isn't
asparagus is crazy.
Yeah. Why is it just
insane.
Asparagus?
I don't know.
You know, like everything.
So thick and pungent.
I can eat a triple dipper from Chili's and my piss smells the same.
Yeah.
But you eat 2 sprigs of asparagus, and then suddenly you got spiss piss.
Yeah, fucking lava lamp piss.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What is that?
What is it? Makes you think.
Really makes you
Are
think.
vegetables healthy after all? Or is Chili's the benefit? Or is Chili's the better option?
Patrick, we got to get you on a lot of mushrooms.
What is that? What does that mean?
We got to get you high on mushrooms.
Oh yeah, lower my anger.
Have you been angry lately?
I'm angry all the time.
What are you angry about?
I'm an angry guy. I'm a hothead. I just, if somebody, like last night, we were at the bar, and I left to go buy a pack of cigarettes, and I went to the door guy, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to go buy a pack of cigarettes, and he was like, all right, cool. And then when I came back, he was like looking away, and there was another guy standing there, and I walked by, and I was like, hey, man, I'm back, and he hadn't seen me yet, so the other guy standing at the door was like, hey, buddy, you got your fucking ID? He didn't say fucking. He said, hey, buddy, you got your ID? Hey, buddy, do you got your ID?
I don't like buddy.
I hate in that tone.
Yeah.
What up, buddy? I like a buddy.
Yeah,
I like buddy.
Yeah, but
like
when it's
buddy,
like,
buddy.
hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Just to fucking put you down.
Yeah.
That shit. Whew. My heart rate starts ticking.
Yeah.
Time starts fucking slowing down. So yeah, I turned around and I looked at him. I looked at him just fucking like, oh, I want to fucking hit you. And I just stared at him. And then the other guy went, oh no, he was in here before. He's good. And I just went, I just turned around without saying anything. I just stared at him because I was like, I'm so mad at you.
Yeah.
For saying what you just said. And I hate that it was, and I was so pissed about it. And then I went and I sat down and I was like, oh. It was like, why am I this angry about that situation?
Yeah.
Just a total, I could have been like, oh yeah, no, I was in here. I could have easily masked it. But yeah.
When have you noticed my anger happens?
Homophobia. When it comes to like that time, I think we've already told that story, but that time that those 2 kids walked by that gay bar and were like, fags, and you chased them down, and you put the fear of God into those boys when you held them down and raped them in their asses.
Yeah. You have to fight. Unfortunately, rape is the only...
Well, the good thing is you didn't actually penetrate them. You had me hold one of them against the wall, and then you shoved the other one down, and you ripped his pants down, and he went, ah! And then you put your tip of your dick on his asshole, and then you went, yeah, who's the faggot now? And they went, and then you stopped and went, get out of here.
That's exactly how it went.
That's exactly what happened. And that's the only time.
No, tell the real the
real story. That didn't actually happen. It's
Some people take everything at face value. It's nuts. Sometimes you'll tell a joke to an audience, and then you'll be like, I killed and fucked a horse yesterday.
A horse. and a woman will go,
and they're like, do you think I would?
Do you think I'd be here if I had killed and fucked a horse yesterday?
Right.
I would be somewhere. I would be in a car somewhere thinking about my life.
Yeah. So that those guys.
The real story is that they walked by. You said fag. No, I think those guys just said fag. And then without saying anything, you just got up and chased them. And I was like, fuck. And then I ran up behind you because I was like, Dylan's going to fight these kids. We have to fight these kids now. And then you
kids being 20s.
Yeah, they were. And this was like 2 years ago. So we were also like kind of near their age. They were probably the same age as me.
I just want to differentiate that when you say kids, it wasn't a bunch of 12-year-olds that I chased down.
They were college kids probably visiting because they said where'd they say they were?
They
from?
were from another country,
Bulgaria.
Yeah, Bulgaria or some shit.
And they were probably like 25, 24, 25, which I was 25 at the time too. And you called them over and they came back, which I was like surprised they came back. And you were like, what'd you guys say? And they immediately started apologizing. And you went, no. You were doing the like smile taunt. The like, no. What did you say? Like the good guy threatening. No. What did you say? And they were like, no, we didn't say. And I think the friend who said it was like, and his friend was like, no, we're from another country. Sorry, he didn't mean it. We don't know. And you were like, no. What did you say? Just tell me what you said. And they were like, we're so sorry. You can tell they were immediately like, please don't make us say. We're not gonna say it. Please just, you know what we said. Please let us go. And then
I remember keeping my hands in my pockets.
You had your hands in, and I was standing behind you with my hood up and my hands in my pockets. And it was definitely the scariest thing. Being in another country too, you are like, fuck. Two big guys in all black with their hands in their pockets. I was standing behind you so shadily, like just standing there, and I was like looking off, and you could tell they were like, oh fuck. And you were just big in their face going, what did you say?
Hi.
And then eventually they backed down and were like very, very, very sorry. And you went, no, it's just good. Just remember this moment. Don't fucking say shit like that ever again. And they were like, okay. And then you let them go. Have a good night. And it was like, whoa, it was a hero. It was a heroic moment. But you were pissed about it.
I was pissed about it.
You were actually pissed
about it. It's just like, don't say stuff like that and not expect reactions.
Yeah. And also,
because people walk around the world thinking that they can't get the shit beat out of them, and it's good to remind people that every once in a while you're not going to be a type of person that takes that shit.
Yeah.
And it's not like we weren't at like a comedy club. It clearly wasn't a joke. It was like
it was
these guys seeing a gay bar and being like, well, faggots,
Yeah. Which maybe in their country that's just the word for them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, faggots.
It very well, in Bulgaria, in retrospect, it could just be like, that's what we call it. That's the name.
Bar.
Yeah. But I wasn't having it that night. Nah, they were like snickering and being shitty.
Yeah, they were on day shit.
Yeah. So that's
and then there was that old guy who tried to punch that woman outside of the same gay bar. That old guy tried to hit that woman. You remember that?
No.
You were pretty pissed about that. I held him and I screamed in his face.
Wait, what happened?
It was you, me. I think it was the night we met that fucking guy who wanted to fuck me. He was a Canadian guy, and I kept trying to pass him off on you and going, I'm the straight one. Go. And he didn't want to go for you. He just kept flirting with me.
Super insulting, by the way.
Yeah. It was, I saw him on Instagram the other day, and I was like, why am I still following this fucking asshole?
Oh, is that the guy from Chicago or something?
Yeah. The guy who came over, he kept lingering around me, and I was like, yo, this guy's totally going to come up. And then he came over and was like, hey, can I sit here? And I was like, nice. Because I was like, that's awesome that you want to fuck me.
By the way, sometimes I hate taking you to the gay bar because sometimes you'll get hit on more than I get hit on. And I just get so like, he's not even... And then they still do it. I go, you couldn't if you tried, you you piece of shit.
But like I said the other day, it's like I'm your bait.
Yeah, the old bait and switch.
The old bait and switch. It's like a mama bear throwing fish to the cubs. I grab him, I go, Dylan, catch.
No, but what happened with the? I think I vaguely recall what happened.
Me were sitting there, we were having a great night, and then we heard a commotion, and we turned around, and some older gay guy, he was out front, he was hammered, and he bumped into a girl, and she was like, "What the fuck, asshole?"
I got really mad,
and then she was freaking out at him, and then he was like. And I stood up and I grabbed his arm and I held him against the wall And I told the girl, I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. And she was like, no, fuck that. And she was kind of like, hold him down. Let's beat the shit out of him. And I was like, you can't do that. We can't do that. Just fucking go. And then I was like yelling at her to go. And she was like, no, fuck that. And she was yelling in his face as I was holding him, which I was like, all right, now we're like beating up this guy.
But he deserved it.
He went to swing on a fucking woman.
Yeah, he went on to swing on a woman. And also, I feel like, as like a gay guy, like if you see someone, because this wasn't a woman at the gay bar. Mm-hmm. She was just walking down the street. And whenever I see like a gay guy, it sounds weird, but like when a gay guy is giving a bad image to gay people, that also pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, like you're going to hit a woman and then you're the gay guy at the gay bar? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like that's not what this is.
Well, it's like being Asian and seeing an Asian in a car crash. You'd be like, oh,
yeah,
come on, man.
right.
The fuck?
Yeah. And then get in a car crash. No, it's because I was looking at the bad Asian driver.
Call 911.
So then what happened?
And then, so I was holding that guy down. And then I like screamed in his face because he was like, why you holding me back? And I was like, what the fuck are you trying to
Why am I holding you back?
trying to beat up a woman, you fucking idiot. And then she left and I let him go and I was like, get the fuck going. And then he just stood there and was like, I'm not leaving now. Which I was like, come on, dude. Get the fuck out of here. And I ended up and he turned to me at a point. He was staring at you and me. And then you were like very pissed and you yelled at him. And we were like, just fucking go, dude. And he was like, and then he turned to me and he went, you know, my aunt was not only the first woman, but the first gay woman on
who gives a
on the
fuck?
city council. And I said, I hope your aunt fucking dies. She's a dumb cunt. Move the fuck on. And that's when I stood up and got in his face and was like, move the fuck on, screaming in his face.
Nice.
And that nice. The bodyguard, the door guy came over to me and was like, yo, man, stop. I was like, dude.
No, you go.
Yeah. I was like, get him out of here.
Stop, you go.
Yeah.
You do something.
Yeah.
God. Oh, man.
And he was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs hat. And when we were going inside, I walked up to him and I went, hey, by the way, it's Kansas City Chiefs hat. It's a shit team. And it's a hat worn by a shit person. I hope you die. And
the bodyguard or the...
No.
Okay.
The gay guy.
Okay.
I said, it's a shit team and you're a shit person. I hope you die. And he was fully like... You could tell that, like, actually, he was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, you try to swing on a woman, bro. You have no... Yeah. And then hang around.
This is another case of me being a hothead and being like, I'm going to...
No, I appreciate when you're a hothead in those instances.
Right.
The only problem is when you're a hothead to random strangers on the street and just yell out some crazy shit.
Right. Yeah.
But you have moments where your hot-headedness is
necessary.
Yeah, if you can channel them into those moments, then no one gives a shit. Or I'm proud of you in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was... Well, I told him... I could have left off the I hope you die. That was a little... He was like... You could tell he was like, Jesus.
Well...
But good. It's nice that it's stuck in his brain. He should have had that.
Right.
He needed that. He probably woke up.
And also, it's crazy because you're an old gay guy. I mean, it's never okay to hit a woman.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't even have any stake in hitting this woman.
Right.
You know, it's like you're not married to her. She's not like a prostitute that you hired and you couldn't pay.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. You're just hitting a woman because?
Just because. Yeah.
Fuck that, you know?
But yeah. I fucking swooped in. Luckily, there was a straight man at that bar.
There goes our hero. Watch him as he
It's so funny because that guy from Chicago wanted to fuck me so bad after that.
I was so pissed.
I was a hero. And then I turned to him and went, no, but seriously, bro, you got to fuck my friend Dylan.
And he was like, no. Yeah, man. Sometimes anger serves you.
Yeah. But in that moment, I remember you being like so fucking pissed off. And you kind of had a rant about how that... Because there was two gay guys who were like, Just let him be. It's cool. And then you freaked out at them because you were like, he represents all of this. He's standing on the curb of what this is.
Yeah.
You know you can't just let that. And you started freaking out about that. Now, in that moment, I was like, damn, Dylan's pissed.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, because then there was all those other straight people walking by, and it's like, okay, so we're going to protect the fucking woman beater. Mm-hmm. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
And those two gay guys. I remember those two guys. They're like, just let him eat. And like, no, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like, that's crazy that you endorse this in any capacity.
He's just having fun. It's Friday. And it's like, shut up, faggots.
Yeah, I know. I was literally, they like made me more homophobic. There are so many gay people that just make me homophobic.
That is so funny to be like,
God,
we don't beat women here, and then just gay bash the fuck out of them. Like if we just started beating you fucking faggots, we don't beat women here.
Yeah, this isn't because you're gay. It's because it's much more nuanced. Yeah, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, man.
Yeah, those are the only.
And maybe it's not my fight to fight, but it kind of is. No one else was doing anything but us.
No, we were here. We were standing up for the innocent girl who
was walking down the street.
She got bumped into, and she was like, "What the fuck? Watch where you going, asshole!" And he was like, "It wasn't like a justified situation. She didn't like spit on him or anything.
No.
If she had like pushed him and spit on him, I'd be like, all right, maybe that." Maybe cocky.
But you'd still hold him back from
right. Even then, yeah. But yeah, she was like, watch where you're going, asshole. And he was like, fucking whore.
I've hit 1,000 of you. And I'll hit 1,000 more. Oh, man.
I came here to be gay and to hit a woman. And I'm all out of gay.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. I almost forgot about that night, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Yeah. We've been having a little more fun lately.
Yeah.
I was worried for a second because our not that our friendship was on the rocks, but our spark was gone.
No. I mean, your birthday. Your birthday brought it back.
Yeah.
What a birthday.
What a birthday.
Wow, what a birthday.
Have fun.
I was really happy. Jack told me that the next morning, you were like, I had the best night. And I was like, fuck yes.
I had a great time with you guys. It was so fun.
Me and Flug.
Yeah.
Me and Flug.
You blew your pipes. We
blew the pipes.
You flew the magic flute.
Get the Oompa Loompas, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. I love tearing up the town sometimes. And it was great. We went to that club, and then it was Bali night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Colin.
A pleasant surprise. There was that moment.
It was so funny. We walked up to the roof, and there was just like 1,000 Indian people. I think we were the only white people.
They were jamming.
They were having fun.
They were going at it. At one point, me and Colin got in that circle of those guys who were like, hey! And me and Colin were like, holy shit, Indians know how to fucking party.
Yeah.
Me and Colin had to tap out of the dance. And they were like in our face like, hey! We were like, holy shit, dude. Indians know how to get fucked up.
Indians have a fun time.
Who knew?
Yeah.
And the funniest part, I kept cracking up about it all night, is that building next to Coconut Club, there was only one light on. And I was just cracking up at the idea of a guy who had to stay late at work just ripping his hair out. Just
hearing dun 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 dun. I had to work late tonight.
Not on Indian night, no.
Yeah, I had a fun ass time.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then I blacked out randomly. What happened?
Okay. So
did I get drugged?
That was me. No. No, I think you just drank a lot. The parts I remember is you throwing up out of my car.
So much.
Yeah.
Like a waterfall out of my face.
Yeah, no, so I think it was in the McDonald's parking lot. Something about that McDonald's. That's the same McDonald's you got the shit beat out of you by that homeless guy.
It's a bad McDonald's. It's a cursed McDonald's.
That McDonald's, it's something about you in that McDonald's parking
McDonald's
lot.
was built on an ancient burial ground.
Yeah.
And I bet some Irish guy fucking murdered us. Every time they feel my spirit arise, they're like, do something bad. Send the homeless guy. Make him puke. Make him puke out those 3-day-old meatballs.
Right.
No, I puked a waterfall of... Well, it was the Iron Bear vodka. I got that last vodka soda, and you were
they
like... They
pour heavy.
You were like, we got to go right now. Chug that drink. And I was like... And then I chugged a cup of vodka.
Yeah.
And then, 30 minutes later, I was just gone.
Yeah.
Because Colin O'Meara was telling me I was yelling at him. Like, an endearing yell. But I was talking about how he's one of the funniest people I know, and he's given up, and everything you have, you're so hot, you're so funny, best storyteller I know, and you just give up, and what do? You don't take it. Apparently, I don't remember. He was like, yeah, you yelled at me for like 5 minutes. I was like, I don't remember that at all.
Maybe he needed that.
But I turned to Jack Fluke, and I was like, was I mean to you? And Jack Fluke was like, you were incredibly sweet to me. Apparently, I kept being like, Flug, you're my favorite person in the world. Colin, you're a fucking waste.
It is funny. So when you get that drunk specifically, you have like, you circle one guy.
Yeah.
How was I that night?
Ooh, rock star. Popped collar, cool guy.
Wow.
You were popped collar, 80s bully, cool guy. But a good 80s bully.
Good. Like fighting for the nerd.
Yeah, fighting for the nerd. You bully the bully.
Nice.
You go, hey, just because we're fucking cool doesn't mean we have to pick on the little guy. And they go, shut up, jock. And you go, me shut up? And then you beat the shit out of the bully. And everyone goes, wow, Dylan's a hero.
Wow. So that's how I was. But
you made out some... Yeah, you were like an 80s bully in the fact that you made out with a bunch of dudes. You were
so bully.
You were macking on one guy and like you were like macking on him. He was a puppy on you. When we sat down at Iron Bear, you turned to that table and you were like, you guys are rolling with us tonight. You really inserted yourself in their life. Asserted? Inserted? Both. Maybe both.
No, it was just like the drinks were flowing and they were cool. And then we got there and then I don't know. I wish I could talk to people how I talk to people when I'm drunk but sober.
Yeah.
Like that amount of
it is hard.
Confidence. Mm-hmm. Like, do you think you can ever get to that sober? I mean, you're pretty good at talking to people.
Yeah. I'm good. It's just the start. It's the like amping yourself up to do it. You also need a good opening. I feel like when you're sober, if it just happens, it happens. Like if I was sitting next to you and we were the only ones outside and then like you were like, hey, can I bum a cigarette? Then I'd be like, yeah, you want to sit here? And then I would talk to you. But if I was sober and it was like a bunch of people and I was staring at you, I would be like, I'm not going to just walk up and talk to you.
Right.
You know? But when you're drunk, you just go, hey, you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking into you. You know? You just have that confidence to be like, I'm in love with you. I'm sucking and fucking tonight.
I don't think that's it. But I was including them in. Like, when I'm drunk, I include everybody in the party.
Yeah.
And then when I'm sober, I'm like, man, that table probably hates me. I just get all, in my head about shit. But it turns out, like, I think most people want that sort of connection.
Right.
Like, because on the other end of it, don't you love when you get, like, kind of dragged into, like, a group of strangers and they're all like, you go. And then it turns into this fun thing.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yesterday, when we went into Chili's, that guy held the door open for us. And I went, hey, thanks, man. And he went, don't mention it. And he patted my shoulder, and I was like, I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that you just you felt comfortable. And he was like an old man, so he just felt comfortable enough to be like, yeah, I got you, buddy.
That's great.
A nice little human.
Yeah,
little
stuff
pat
like
on the back.
that.
You're like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
That rules. I feel like a human right now.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't touch a homeless guy or a black guy. So that's...
You don't know that.
So,
you don't know that.
He went. No, don't mention it. You white, beautiful angel. I would never hold the door for a black.
That was the subtext.
That's what I caught from him. He said white power with his eyes. He went, it's you and me against the world, brother.
Yeah, that's why I'm opening this door for you at Chili's.
Remember.
Oh, God. Now this has turned to a bad thing.
I don't know why I made it so fucking racist out of nowhere. I don't know what happened.
No, he was a nice guy.
But yeah, he was a nice guy. And yeah, I like little moments like that where, yeah, somebody just talks to you. It is nice.
Because then it contrasts so heavily. Like, sometimes I'll just go up and the barista will just be, I'm like, I didn't do anything.
What?
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 What do you want?
Why?
Yeah.
You're like,
sometimes, doesn't it suck? Sometimes you try to be like nice and polite and they go, You ever meet like some servers, especially like when you're like at a restaurant or bartenders, it's like they only respond to you being a dick to them.
Right.
I remember this one time specifically. I was in London with my boyfriend at the time, and one of our friends came to dinner.
Big brag.
Yeah. Yeah. I travel and people used to love me. But we're at this dinner and it's like a French place and they hate that I'm fat. They like, I sat down.
Oh, he's gonna order so many baguettes.
No, this is what they did. It was like a steak and frites place. That's like frites. Was their main thing.
What's a frite?
Fries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots say fries.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. They're dummies.
Dumb fucking country.
So we go to sit in this booth and he pulls out the table, but he sees that I'm fat and he like pulls it like comically far away. Like they fucking hated me. And they
That's so funny. That's amazing.
Literally, they dragged it to the point where I could like barely reach the table. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm that fat.
Fatty.
I'm that fat where I have to.
That's fucking amazing.
And I was so. They just hated me. Yeah,
the slow drag.
They went go boom baddy. They're all French and shit. I hate the French.
Oh my god.
But anyway, they pulled back the table comically, and I'm like, all right. And then they're just being bitches the whole time, and it was just adding up. And they liked my boyfriend because he's European. He was European, and our friend is from London, and so. Pulled
and
it.
You're just American.
Yeah, and then I'm a fat American,
slob.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just doing all these like subtle French stabs at me the entire night, like skipping me and like
giving you 3 menus.
Yeah, yeah, just like this. And then I go. I just finally they kept on doing it, and I went. Enough. And she clocked it and she was like, and I was like a dick and I was real stern. Yeah.
You said enough?
I said enough. At this nice ass place.
Enough.
I said, and I went and real quick, I just went, enough.
Be gone with you.
I literally did that. And she was like, and then they were so nice to me after that.
What was the subtle thing she did that made you go enough?
It was something like
whispered fat bastard under her breath.
It was so they were so rude to me and they were so nice to everyone else at the table. Yeah.
Enough.
I went enough.
That's such a funny thing to yell. Enough. Enough.
Yeah.
That's even enough. What the funny thing to think about is if she wasn't being mean to you at all.
No, she was because she heard it and then she after that was nice to me for the rest of the meal. And her and the staff. It was this really nice restaurant. Mm-hmm. And then after that she tightened up.
Ooh, enough.
I had to enough my way into some respect.
Enough. Enough. treated this way.
Yeah.
Woo. That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Did you follow up or did you just say enough?
No, she understood what I meant.
Wow.
Which made me know that she was doing fucked up things.
Yeah. Well, that's just a classic, like a married with children, 50s American husband and wife right there.
Yeah.
Enough. And a woman goes, oh, fuck. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hand's coming up.
Yeah.
If I do another snide comment.
Sometimes you have to.
You just got to give it to them.
Sometimes you have to enough people.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I hate bringing
Enough
the hammer
is-
down, but like when I do, I mean, you've seen me be legitimately pissed off, and it's much different than I'd say how I normally act.
It is a bummer because you're happy-go-lucky, funny. So then when you get pissed off, you go, this guy? Oh, this guy's pissed off? What the fuck? It's like seeing like Bugs Bunny angry. You're like, no, not Bugs Bunny.
Well, sometimes, Bugs Bunny gets pushed to the edge.
When in France,
Yeah.
you gotta fucking enough. You gotta scream enough.
Yeah.
It's like in war. It's like Mel Gibson would yell in The Patriot or something. Enough! It's over! Stand down! Enough.
2 syllables gets the point across.
A-N-U-F-F.
Enough.
Enough is so funny.
Man.
Wow. I do like to think that she wasn't being snide at all. And you just randomly said, enough. And she was like, what? The fuck?
No, she knew.
She knew, yeah.
She knew.
The table, that's
The table thing was
What a
like,
story.
and one of the staff members, she was fat, and I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah,
Like, how dare you get in on this table thing?
yeah. But she was fat and... Was she American fat, though?
No, I mean, she was French fat.
Right, which is different.
I was like 105 pounds. No, she's poorly, but not like obese.
Right, poorly. Poorly. Damn. That's great.
But now talking about all this rage, I feel less rage.
Yeah, it's good to let it out.
Yeah.
I got in a fight with a Romanian the other day.
What happened? How'd you know he's Romanian?
He mentioned it.
Oh.
And it did make me go, because I was like, fuck, I don't know how you're going to pull out an axe or something. But he was, so I was driving and I saw a spot, but it's the 4 lanes. It was 4 lanes and I was all the way in the left and the spot was on the right. And I was like, fuck, I can get that spot, but I can't get all the way over. So I circled around, and when I circled back, there was a guy standing in the spot. So I pulled up, and I just kind of like flashed my lights at him, and he came around, and he was like, "I'm holding spot for friend," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. That's not how this works. You're not a car." And I just parked in the spot, and I shut the car off, and he came up and he knocked on the window, and he went, "So you park here? You're going to park here?" And I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to park here. I don't care that you wanted to save the spot. That's not how it works. I circled around for this fucking spot. You're not going to hold it with your body. That's not how that works. And he went, that's interesting. And I was like, yeah, is it interesting? Well, sorry to do it, but I'm taking the spot. And I rolled up the window. And then he knocked on the window again, and I rolled down the window. I was like, dude, what? And he was like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. Where are you from? And he went, I'm from Romania. And in Romania, we steal cars. And I rolled up the window and I just got out of the car and I screamed in his face. I just got out and I went, you're not in fucking Romania anymore. Immediately. I was so, and my hands were like trembling because I was like, I was so angry. And I went, you're not in fucking Romania anymore. And then I started laughing and I went, you want to steal my 2007 Subaru Outback? You want to steal my Subaru Outback?
Which we should mention is not your car.
It's not my car. It's Heather's car. And I went, you're not in fucking Romania anymore. Talking like that's going to get you fucking laid out on the ground. And he
Did he back down?
he backed down in a way that did scare me because he just went, we'll see. And he walked away, and I was like, oh. I was immediately like,
that's
like
scary.
that. And then I was like sitting, because then he got in his car, and
what was his car?
It was like an Escalade. It was like a Cadillac Escalade. Yeah. And
maybe. Maybe you shouldn't let that guy have the spot.
And he pulled up beside me, and I knocked on the window, and I went, have fun stealing it. And then I walked away.
What did he do when you said that?
He just stared at me.
That scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I was like, he is not reacting. He was so not reacting that I was, because I got right in, you're not in fucking Romania anymore, just screaming in his face. And he was very much like,
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking scary as shit. But
what did he look like?
Literally Miami Vice. He literally looked like,
Pat.
yeah. What's that fucking guy's name? Don Jones? From Miami Vice?
I don't know.
The main guy from Miami Vice. That, that.
I don't know his name.
Poofed haircut, pink shirt, white blazer.
He had a blazer on?
Oh, yeah. He was well dressed.
Oh.
He was well dressed. In Romania, we steal cars. I was like, all right. In that moment, I just switched. I was like, all right, gorilla. I'm a gorilla now.
Yeah.
Just in his fucking face.
It's so scary that he didn't react.
It was crazy. It was making me scared.
Yeah.
My hands were trembling because I was like, ooh, I'm full on in a fight. I put myself in this fight. Because I could have just gone, sorry, man.
Where was this?
It was right behind. It was when you leave Sunset, the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
You know that little spot that's just the two signs? It's one spot on the corner? Yeah. It was that spot. And then I left, and I was standing there. They drove away, and I was standing on the corner going, I should move the car. Because I was like, they're going to come back and, like, smash the window or key the car, slash the tires.
Hurt you.
or come back. Well, the fight would have been, I would have fought the guy. I would have just fought the guy if it came to that. But if he had, 4 friends.
Yeah.
And they fucking gang fucked the shit out of me. Maybe. I meant fucked up, not. I meant like gang beat me up.
I got gang fucked on the street in broad daylight.
Romanians gang fucked me because I took their parking spot. What is this country coming to?
I would be really scared to travel with you to another country.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd be a danger.
I would like have a rule that you couldn't drink.
That would be the best. That would be for the best.
Yeah, if you even had a beer, I'd be like, all right, have fun.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I probably would get killed in another country. Mm-hmm. Luckily, though, I went to Sunset and I was sitting there at Sunset and I was like, fuck, this is gonna. The car's getting totally beat to shit right now. And as soon as I got to Sunset, Heather was like, hey, I just got cut. And I was like, perfect, let's go. And we went to the car and it was fine. And I was like, whew, all right, thank God.
Wow.
But yeah.
You stood up for what you believed in.
Uh-huh.
That's just a little too much.
Another story of me just hothead but yeah, defending myself. Both of those situations were.
Well, the situation was like, no, you shouldn't be able to hold a parking spot with just standing there. That is really annoying. But the context clues of an Escalade and a man dressed how he was and being Romanian and not threatened by your yelling would be, at least I would puss out in that situation.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? You're right. I should take a walk.
No, I fully was like, I can't back down. Mm-hmm. I can't back down in this moment. But I was like, fuck, I wish I had like Gareth here or somebody with me. I wish I had somebody because he has a car. Because he just had the Escalade sitting there. And I was like, I don't know what's in that Escalade. That was the worst part.
Right.
The Escalade pulled up as
That's a scary car.
Yeah, and it had the bright blue lights. So I was just standing there like, this guy could come out with a machete right now and just walk up to me and fucking, and I would just split.
Just split diagonal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah. I've been getting in tiffs like that.
Why?
I don't know. People fuck with me, and then I stand up for myself. It's nothing. I don't start that. I did say, like, hey, man, sorry. Welcome to America. Now back the fuck down.
Yeah, that's a good way to start a combo. Welcome to America, immigrant.
Also, yeah, you can't. That's another thing. He is an immigrant. You can't fucking back down to those fuckers. Go back to your fucking country, motherfucker, or get beat down. That is how I felt in that moment.
Smudge hogs. Where you can eat your vegetables, smudge hogs.
Zucchini and broccoli, smudge hogs.
Man, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's great because sometimes your hothead serves you well, and other times it's gets you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But which is which?
But you can't back down.
You can't back down. Well, you should sometimes.
Take a beating, you know?
I don't know.
Sometimes you got to take a beating.
The Escalade in
the worst part, and I've said this before, the worst part of the hothead and me screaming, I'm not a fighter. I can't fight. I can swing. I can try my best. But the second they start beating me up, I just have to, all right, I'm getting the shit beat out of me now.
Yeah. I know we've talked about this a million times, but that memory of that homeless guy ripping your shirt off.
That wasn't fair. I was blackout drunk. That was not fair. When I was on the ground and I went to get up and I fell on my own, I went, this is not fair. This is not a fair fight.
Yeah.
That was not a fair fight.
Damn, well, we about did it.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll bring this, I think if you and I learn how to channel our anger and our sadness into positive things, then I think we'll be
funny.
good. Yeah, into funny.
As long as we're not... As long as we're not sitting here going, the motherfucker fucked with me and I don't like it.
Yeah, that'd
How
be
come
lame.
this fucking booker doesn't book me? I fucking hate it.
Yeah, if we can take that and
Funny.
make it
Eat your
funny.
vegetables.
Smudge hogs.
You can eat your vegetables.
All right, later, gang. See you next week.
Enough.
Enough.
Enough.